My parents kicked me out after I finished building a rental house in their backyard, only to give everything to my sister. So I did something terrible. I'm Maya, and I need to tell you about the day my entire world collapsed. You know how some people say they can feel disaster coming? Well, I should have trusted that instinct. I was 28, working 2 jobs and living paycheck to paycheck, but I had this dream. My parents owned this beautiful property with a huge backyard, and for months they'd been encouraging me to build a guest house there. It'll be yours forever, my mother would say, her eyes lighting up. Your own little sanctuary. I believed them. God, how naive I was. For 8 months, I poured everything into that project. Every dollar I'd saved for the past 3 years, $15,000 that was supposed to be my emergency fund. I researched contractors, picked out every fixture, every paint color. I dreamed about the mornings I'd wake up in my own space, finally independent, but still close to family. The construction was grueling. I worked my regular shift at the marketing agency, then spent evenings and weekends on site. My hands were permanently stained with paint and dust. I lost weight from the stress and physical exhaustion, but I didn't care. This was my future taking shape, board by board, brick by brick. When we reached the final week, I was practically vibrating with excitement. The floors were polished, the kitchen cabinets installed, the bathroom tiles gleaming. It was small but perfect, 600 square feet of pure potential. I'd already planned where my bed would go, how I'd arrange my books, where I'd put the little dining table I'd been saving up to buy. The morning of completion, I arrived early with coffee and pastries for the finishing crew. The painter was adding the final coat to the front door, a soft sage green I'd agonized over for weeks. The electrician was installing the last light fixture. Everything was falling into place beautifully. That's when my father appeared in the doorway, his expression unreadable. "We need to talk," he said quietly. Something in his tone made my stomach drop, but I forced a smile. "Sure, what's up? Isn't it amazing how it turned out? I can't wait to start moving my stuff in." He looked uncomfortable, avoiding my eyes. "That's what I need to discuss with you. Your mother and I have been talking, and we've decided, well, we think it would be better if your sister lived here instead." The words hit me like a physical blow. I actually stumbled backward. "What? She's getting married next year, and she and her fiancé need a place to start out. This would be perfect for them. You understand, right? You're older, more established. You can find your own place." I stared at him, waiting for the punchline, for him to laugh and say he was joking, but his face remained serious, almost apologetic. "But I built this, with my money, my savings. And we're grateful, sweetheart, really. But family helps family, and right now, your sister needs help more than you do." That phrase, "family helps family," would echo in my head for weeks afterward. Apparently, it only applied when I was the one doing the helping. I looked around at my dream house, at the walls I'd painted, the fixtures I'd chosen, the future I'd planned. The morning sun was streaming through the windows I'd measured and ordered myself, casting warm light across the hardwood floors I'd supervised the installation of. "When?" I managed to whisper. "Today. We've already talked to your sister. She's excited to move in this weekend." My chest felt tight, like I couldn't breathe properly. 28 years of being the responsible one, the understanding one, the one who always sacrificed for family harmony, and this was my reward. I nodded slowly, not trusting myself to speak. If I opened my mouth, I might scream, or cry, or say something I'd regret. So I gathered my purse, my water bottle, my little notebook where I'd been planning the final decorating touches. "Maya," my father called as I reached the door. "You do understand